Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to sort out this battery. So every time I put the battery on charge, the charger blinks twice and then it doesn't charge anymore. And it's driving me mad, and I could really do with an extra battery around the place. So in this video, we're going to try to get this battery fixed. So here we have the battery. It's unfortunately dead, so there is 5 cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cells, 18 volt, lithium ion. And gotta open up and see if there's any voltage in the battery, because it's just not taking a charge. Every time I put it on, the light flashes for 2 seconds, then it stays permanently on. Okay, now we're going to open it up. Now that all the screws removed, I'm going to open it up. Okay. Okay, so now we can see the batteries. So these two are joined, these two are joined. That's single. The outside ones are joined, and then from what I can work out, probably these two are joined. And this one here is still isolated. Yeah, that one's on its own, and that comes up to here. So this one here crosses over, that's your negative. This one here on its own crosses over, and that becomes your positive. So there's your 2 terminals, so that's 18 volts across there. My guess is 1, 2, or all 5 of these cells are dead. They just die, they don't take a charge. So we're going to put the multimeter onto them and check. I think they're meant to be about 3.6, 3.7, and fully charged are meant to be 4.2. So let's give it a check and see what's on it. Okay, so the 2 outside ones. Well, that one's fully charged, 4. I don't know how I'm going to do these ones. Do the 2 outside ones first. Okay, they don't seem to be charging at all. That's 60 millivolts. So there's a little tiny M that just flashes up here saying millivolts. So it's not 60 volts, that's 60 millivolts. So it's even less, it's falling all the time. Okay, oh, I can put terminal there. Terminal there. That's the dead cell. Yeah, that's kaput. So this one here, across here, is dead. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this cell here. I don't think I'm going to be able to read it. This one here is really in the way. My guess is there's dead cells in it anyway, and once one dies, the others aren't too far away. So I think it's just easier to replace all 5 of them. Okay. Okay, so I have this piece here. I'm going to take the batteries out. And slightly unnerving taking batteries out, because you don't know what could happen. It is 18 volts you're playing with. But this is pretty much dead. So these 4 here, seems to be no charge in them. This one here is the only one that has 4 volts in it. So that is fully charged, where the other ones are not. So I'm going to open it here and try to extract this. Okay, you can see it there. Come on, focus. Anyway, it's separated there now. So I'm going to do the same properly over here. Extract these all out. Extract these out, remembering the sequence, and I'll come back to you then. Okay guys, so this is as far as I've gotten so far. I have this bracket here off, which joint both of them. These 3 are isolated, and flip it around the far side. These 3 here are still on. This 2 here has this little bracket here, and there are little wedges, and they go in between every battery. So I'm going to continue on and separate it all down, and then come back to you. Okay, so I have them all separated across here, all separate across here. I've got to push them out Okay, it seems to be a bit. Okay, oh, that's the thermal resistor. Okay, see there. Okay, so that's a temperature sensor. So if the drill gets too hot, it won't charge, I think is the idea. Okay. So I don't want to mess up the sequence because I have to remember which ones is positive and negative for each side. So I'm going to have a look at the other batteries I got. Okay, and we got the batteries. So very nice little note that they gave me from China. Thanks for that. Now let's open up the back. So here we have the box, came in that. So these are 18650s and they're the exact same as what came out. So they both have positive white tops. Negative side, exactly the same. The only real difference is that these are 18650s, just the original ones from about 5 years ago. And these are the new version. So you can see there it's HG2 18650. Maybe it's not very visible, but it's there anyway. So these are 18650s. They're HG2. So this is the new style battery. So there's meant to be 3000 milliamp hours in this. These ones, I think they only have 1000 milliamp hours. I can't remember what's actually in these ones, but this one here is dead anyway. So the way I figured it was, if these are even identical to these, just in different wrappers, yeah, I'll buy them, install them, and I still have a 1.3 ampere or milliamp hour battery. And if they're better, then I just end up with more capacity. So what's special about these batteries? Well, they're 20 amp discharge with a max capacity of 30 amp, which basically means when you pull the trigger on your drill, there's a surge of power. So like 30 amps just to start to spin it, and then to keep it spinning, it'll be 20 amps, or like max capacity. That's what it's looking at. Or say if that was an ordinary laptop battery, they're a lot cheaper, but they only have maybe 5 to 10 amps, where a drill or a cordless angle grinder or anything like that's very high torque, it will need the 20 amps. So definitely buy them over like cheap laptop batteries. Yep, when you're buying batteries, it's basically hit and miss. Like they can write whatever they want on the coating on the battery. It can say caution, it can have holograms, they can say whatever they want on the websites. Who knows what's in it? My advice is read every single review, all the bad reviews, all the good reviews, and if there's people putting up photographs of, you know, checking the discharge, the amperage, everything, just do a bit of research and see what you want. I got them for about 20 euros plus postage from China. It's probably the cheapest you're going to get. I figured you can probably buy a battery or a whole battery pack for about 30 or 40 euros, so maybe they're half price. So what I did first is, so everywhere that this white ring is, I put a scratch. One there, and one there. So even if I take them out, I still know roughly the sequence that they go back in. Okay, we're going to swap them all. I've done one. Where the white ring is, that's the side that has to come out first, and that's the side that goes in last. So pop that one out. That's number 2 out this. So again, the white ring, so it goes in last, and that's the sequence that it goes in. Oh, that one was quite tight. Don't know why that one is tighter than the other one, but again, I've scratched it. That's the white ring. It's going to come out this way, and there's the wedges coming out. Another wedge out. So this comes out this way. So that's the white ring. White ring goes back in the same sequence.
Okay, this one is dying to move. Okay, so there's another out. White ring come out that way. So white ring's going back in this way. There's the next wedge come out. Another one out. And white ring, come back in. Okay.
So at the moment these are all 3.6 volts. If they're any more than that, they've probably been charged, they've probably been rejected, they've been tested. That's probably they're being so cheap, but these ones are good quality ones. It is 100% by chance if you get a good one or a bad one. They can say whatever they want on a website when they're hundreds of thousands of miles away in a different country. There's not much you can do about it. So, alright, that's them all. Color doesn't mean anything. You can brown ones, blue ones, green ones. Color is just the packaging that they come in. They can say Samsung, Samyang, they can say Sony, they can say whatever they want. It's only a matter of running the printer on it. So don't pay any attention to the writing unless you're literally buying it from the Sony website. And even then, you don't even know. Okay, so I'm going to reattach as much as I can, and we're going to solder the joints back because I don't have an arc welder, or a spot welder I mean. So yep, we're ready to go back again. Okay guys, so I'm back again, and I've soldered each of the ends of each of the terminals of the battery, and now I'm going to make up my brackets and solder them back on and get this ready to go. Okay, so that's it now, all soldered back together. I don't have a spot welder, so it had to be soldered. The way I did it was, you put a bit of solder onto the soldering iron, then you drop it onto the batteries, so do all the batteries, then do all the terminals. Sorry, and then you do all the terminals, and then you put one on top of the other and just resolder or remelt the solder to the join. It is nowhere as easy as it really looks on the internet. I didn't know how much heat to put in because I have been told put as little as heat as possible into the batteries or you'll damage them. So I tried that, and yeah, it's hard to gauge how much and how little heat to put into it, but I think I did a pretty good job. So we're going to put the tester back on the terminals and test it and see if we have 18 volts. Okay, so that's the two terminals now in. Deadly, 18.27. So definitely that is a win because that was not charging beforehand, and I made sure to put loads of insulation. So there's this is double-sided sticky tape, which sounds brilliant, really difficult to use. So there's double-sided sticky tape, that insulation that was originally on the battery, and a piece of electrical tape as well. I just really want to make sure that those three weren't going to bridge off this. It's not a very good design, but that's the way it is. Anyway, let's put it back together again and put it into the drill and see if it works. Okay, and we have it all back together again. Great. Now let's try it in the drill. Okay, and now the test. Brilliant. That's deadly. Okay, it's charging. When it's fully charged, I'm going to test it in the drill. That's deadly. So it's all charged and all working. I can feel a little bit of twist in it, so there's good torque in it. Brilliant. I'm delighted with that. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. Support me in PayPal in the link below. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.